It's time once again for the Bobcat Coach's Corner. It is week number 2 of the soccer season. Here we have Hope Clark, the head soccer coach at Georgia College. Thanks again for joining us. Give a little bit of more insight on the program. Okay, start things off here. We had a bit of a tough week last week with a couple of losses down in Boca Raton, Florida, and we'll get into that a little bit more on the details. But the first question, were there any individuals that impressed you with the play over the first weekend?
I think, to be honest with you, a lot of players are really impressing me. I think this program's pretty deep. We only traveled 18 down there, and we were able to play all 18 players. So, we've got a young, very young program. Actually, only about four seniors playing right now, 3 most of the time. So we're looking at mainly freshman, sophomore. But I think collectively as a team, I saw some good stuff out of the girls. I mean, Katie Taylor had our lone goal as a freshman. And then we've got a lot of sparks coming off the bench.
Okay, well, after the first weekend, of course, this is your first weekend as a Division II head coach. What is the style difference or any difference in the competition level between where you came from there at Auburn Montgomery and the opponents you had there?
Yeah, absolutely not, to be honest with you. I think in any division, now that I've coached Division I, II, and now NAI, I think that, you have your disparity of all top programs. I was fortunate at AUM to be one of the higher ranked nationally recognized programs there, and so our opponents, we were playing anywhere from 6 to 8 of the top 10, 15 programs in the country. So this year we've only got 3 nationally ranked opponents on our schedule, so I guess I'll have a better idea once we kind of match up against them. But competition's about the same. You've got a couple of big internationals on each team that are really kind of leading the program, I think.
Okay. Well, of course, the first weekend, a 2-1 loss to Florida Southern, and a 3-0 loss to the host team, Lynn University. Does your strategy change at all going into the second weekend after some tough losses?
Sure hope so. I think we're just still playing around with a lot of different lineups, a lot of different personnel, and again, like I said, we're very young. So just trying to figure out what system's going to be best for our players. I usually take our players and find a system that's best for them versus trying to force them into one. So we're toying around with some things, and I think you'll see a nice little change this weekend.
Did anybody set an imprint over the weekend, any particular individual that stuck out that might be able to continually help the program as the year goes on?
Certainly Mary Robb Plunkett. I mean, she is a fantastic goalkeeper, and we've been doing a lot of work on extending her range and being just better in the air on crosses, and she's really owning that box, and it's really changing our game. So she had a phenomenal weekend, and again, just some good forwards. We're showing some good things out of some of our young freshman forwards, and pretty happy about that.
Of course, you mentioned Taylor having the only goal thus far. She was also the GCSU Athlete of the Week this week. Is she one that you might be able to count on for some regular scoring, or was that just a situation that got her into the net?
No, definitely. I think she's going to be an impact player for us, certainly up front. But we've got quite a few, like I said, some freshmen that are really sparking at different times. So I think once we kind of build that team chemistry together on the field, and players start learning more about each other, I think you're going to see that spreading, that scoring spread out across the board.
Okay, well, looking forward, we open up the home slate now this weekend, actually tomorrow. 7:30, 8 p.m., somewhere around there the start's going to be, and we start off with Anderson on Friday night. I saw they're 3-0, putting up a bunch of goals. I don't know about their competition they're playing against, but 9-1 game, I believe, as well. So what do you expect out of the Trojans from up in South Carolina?
I think we're going to have a good game. I mean, at this point, it's early in the season. He also has a very young team just like us, so I think he's had a lot of freshmen that are coming off the bench and certainly making an impact for them. So I kind of expect a pretty competitive game for us.
Okay. And then the other game, of course, is Sunday, 11 a.m. out there at Bobcat Field. Going to be taking on Florida Tech, which is a nationally recognized program. I know they're in the mid-teens. I think it was either 13, 16, somewhere around there, nationally
13th,
ranked, right?
Yes, 13th this week.
Okay. Well, what do you expect out of Florida Tech?
I expect a good game, that's for sure. I'm pretty excited to play a nationally ranked opponent early in the season, kind of see where, really what we need to focus on. What are we missing to be one of the top level programs in the country? What are we still in need of? But I think, they're returning a lot of to say returners and starters from their national tournament last year, and then they've got a lot of transfers in, so which are going to bring experience to the game. So I would expect a pretty high level game, and it's going to be some great competition. But I think our girls are ready for it, and it's home field advantage. So let's hope that plays into our hand.
Okay, well, this has been episode 2 of the Bobcat Coach's Corner with head coach Cope Clark. We'll check in again next week. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.